think lime is one of my favorite flavors ever.
This is the Pine Man. What kind of lime flavored things do you enjoy?
Well, okay, let me rattle them off. One, Corona with lime. Okay, but
Boom.
that's just a small one. When you get like authentic tacos, like carne asada tacos, and you just drizzle lime all over it, incredible.
Mm-hmm.
You get like Thai food, lime
Mm-hmm.
incorporated into the food.
Ah,
You know,
okay, yeah. Yeah.
it's. I think the biggest thing is the combination of like lime and spice is just the best, and it's like Mexican food and like Thai food have that a lot, and it's just those are just really popular for a reason, and a big part of it is that for me, you know.
Yeah. No, for a long time, too long, I didn't squeeze the lime.
Oh,
I just
okay.
would take it and take it out.
You would take it
I
out
would be
of
like,
the
why?
thing.
Why they put a lime in here?
Oh, so it was like, oh, when you order it like at a bar and it's like sitting at the top of the bottle, like there's a lime like
No.
sitting
Well,
here.
with the Corona, I would put the lime in, but I'm talking about with the food.
Oh,
Tacos, they would give me
oh,
tacos, right? You get tacos on the plate, and they put a lime on the plate.
yes, yes.
I'm like, I don't want this lime involved.
You know what? I've probably done that too before I
Yeah,
before I
before you
stopped
squeeze
being
the
a
lime.
complete moron. No, I'm just kidding. But
Hmm.
no,
And yeah, and it's true though. It's
no,
like
I definitely used to.
there's a very different human experience before the lime and after the lime, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's it. Every human goes through this.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
People have written about
their
that.
post lime life,
Yeah.
and then pre lime life
Yeah.
and post lime life. I'm in my post lime life now,
Good.
and it does feel good. It does feel good to squeeze the lime on the tacos, and it tastes better as well. So much so that even when I make my own Mexican food here, I'll buy a lime.
There we go. Now we're in the
That's how
big
far I've
leagues.
taken it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's changed.
I
Things
went.
have changed.
I went to a Mexican restaurant. You know, it's one of those ones where it's kind of like, Mexican restaurant. It's like, not really. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking Taco Bell. I'm
Okay.
talking like, just like how you go to like a normal Mexican restaurant that's like not that authentic and stuff, and it just has like the same stuff on the menu. It's just like,
Is it the not authentic that's like they're trying too hard, or is it
no.
the not authentic like they just put beans on a tortilla and they didn't even think about it?
It's more authentic than that for sure. But I'm just
Okay.
saying, like,
Okay.
when you get like, you know, when you're in, I don't know, what's an example? I don't know. Like, there's just certain places that just do it right, where it just has like the two corn tortillas, like the two soft tortillas, with just
Mhm.
like the meat, some like raw onion, some cilantro. It's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much kind of it.
Sometimes like a slaw. Sometimes they'll have ones with like
Yeah, a
a
little
shredded
something like
cabbage,
that. Yeah.
cabbage
Yeah,
stuff.
like the pickled cabbage stuff or something like that. That's really
Yeah.
good. Or yeah, just like a regular like shredded cabbage, yeah, absolutely. And then like
Yeah.
you just drizzle that lime up on it. That is so good. You just drizzle that lime up on it. That is so good.
Drizzle that lime up on it. That is so good.
I don't know. I kind of just got lost in the thought of it. I don't even know what my point was there, but
I mean, all I got to tell you now is that I'm hungry for some tacos.
oh yeah, no, me too. Oh my god, actually. Oh no, well
God.
what I'm saying is the restaurant I'm talking about was more like,
Oh yeah.
you go and you just get like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's hard to describe because it's just the default Mexican place. You know how most of them aren't exactly like that. They use like flour tortillas for everything. There's like shredded
Uh-huh.
cheese on everything, melted shredded cheese on
Oh,
everything.
gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like just like that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
their idea of a taco is like
Like
it's like
American Mexican food.
yeah, it's like kind of like beef with like lettuce, tomato, sour cream, and like some salsa or something. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like it's
Gotcha.
not all like that. Like
Gotcha.
they'll throw some salsa verde on some stuff. They'll drizzle a burrito with like some stuff, but it's like it's just
Mole
you know.
mole.
Yeah, well, yeah, actually they do have that there. Yeah, you're right. Oh, but my
and you
point
were
is,
gonna say
I was
something
at that
about the
place. I was like, all right, I'm not that hungry, but I'll order like something small. Got a couple tacos. There were no limes. I'm like, all right, this is an issue. So I just casually, when the person came, the waiter, I was just like, hey, would you mind? Can I just get like a little lime slice? And he came back with a plate of lemon slices. I have never been so unhappy in my life. No, I basically just was like, damn, this changed the mood. You know what I mean? And I just
What
ate
is
it.
wrong with this man?
I just ate it and didn't really like it that much.
You didn't say these are lemons.
No, I didn't want to give him a hard time, and also, just based off my observations, I noticed that like no one had limes at any point, including people who were drinking Coronas out of bottles. There was just no limes in them and stuff, so I gathered that like they must have just ran out or something. In fact, actually, I think someone might have
Okay.
said something about it.
See, that's
I
an
don't
an
remember.
issue. If you have a Mexican restaurant and you don't have any limes, what do you do about margaritas?
Oh, actually, yeah, that was a big part of it too. I think someone ordered a margarita and there was no lime in that. It was like a lemon thing, which that happens, I guess. I mean, I don't know why, but like sometimes they'll put like a little orange slice or a lemon slice. I don't approve of it that much, but it's okay. I'm not that I'm the
Yeah, I
authority
mean,
on this,
I
but
don't. With a margarita, there's usually enough lime juice in there for me that I don't need. I don't need the lime slice with it.
yeah.
That's overkill for the most part.
I wouldn't call it overkill, but I can see how it's redundant. That's just my
Yeah,
opinion.
redundant. Yeah. Well, okay, for example, with that, do you squeeze the lime in?
In a margarita?
Yeah.
Well, it depends. I mean, I don't know. It depends. If it's like okay, actually, most of the time, no, I don't in any way. Like, I
Yeah,
don't even put the
same.
piece of fruit inside of it. I just let it chill on the outer
Never
rim
do
if
I
they
ever
put
do
it
that.
there. Yeah.
I actually usually use it. Here's a fucking anecdote for you. Do you want salt on that? Yeah, I'll have some salt.
And then you wipe it off with the
But
lime.
yes.
Oh my god. Okay, well, one thing that I do is I ask for the salt, and if there's not salt, that's kind of a disappointment for me as well. And I'm making it sound like it's like I order stuff at restaurants all the time, and I'm like, "Excuse me, sir, this is not what I ordered. I've never done that in
No,
my
you keep
entire life." Yeah.
as you can tell from the lemon story, you're like, I asked for one thing. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
bother this man
exactly,
again.
exactly.
It's-
But yeah, no, I definitely
spoken
like
up once.
I
Enough.
need the salt on the rim because a huge part of the experience for me is like you take a sip. If there's a straw in there, I try to avoid the straw because I want to get maximum salt
Yeah.
consumption.
Yeah.
So
I do like to do that occasionally, but I also like to clear out. I don't use the lime to clear out all of the salt, but I clear out a section
oh, okay.
so I can have a non-salty sip
Yeah.
and then a salty sip if I want.
Funny story involving margaritas and salt and other substances. Not as exciting as it sounds. It was the other substance was broken glass. So that's just a little preview. So back
That is a fucking quote.
back in the jam room. So in the jam room, it was fun to, make margaritas because it was, why not? And so anyway, the jam room is just like a room where we just had like instruments and like a drum set and stuff like that with like guitar amps and a PA system, and we would jam in it, and it was a room. And it also had like
And a couch.
it had a couch and it had a fridge and like a
a sink.
countertop and a sink. Yeah, it was like a kitchen converted into like that.
Living room.
Yeah, it was like a kitchen / living room type situation with temporary walls with like paint all over them and stuff. So good times.
It was
Oh,
cool.
I'm sure we have pictures that maybe one day we'll show them, but I don't know where they would
Yeah.
be, but I know they exist. But
I have one on Instagram.
oh yeah,
know, of you laying on the
we
ground.
have pieces of the wall. Well,
Oh
yeah,
hell yeah! Hell
pieces
yeah!
of the
hell
wall
yeah.
still exist. Anyway, but
Gotta get those framed.
we would make margaritas in there when we felt like it, and whenever we would do that, we would get a lime, and we would slice the lime. We would use that lime, so we would slice the little wedge of lime, then slice the lime down the middle a little bit, and then rub that around the outer edge of the glass, like the rim of the glass, and then take a plate with salt on it, and then dip the cup in that before you put anything else in it, and then then it all sticks. But the salt was in the cabinet right above where the plate was that the salt was going to go on, and
Okay.
it was like one of those situations. Like, I took the salt out, I opened up the cabinet, took the salt out, poured it on the plate, and then like closed the cabinet, and there were like Christmas lights hanging from the thing, just like they are in here. You know what I mean? Like that. And one of the little light bulbs got caught in the cabinet as I closed it, and it like shattered. Actually, I think it was more than one. It was like two. And the broken glass just rained down all over the plate and stuff. And broken glass that's in really tiny fragments looks a lot like the salt. And
Yeah.
I guess in the heat of the moment, we were just like, wait, what was that sound? Like, and we were like looking, we were like, it sounded like the thing broke. And we even looked up and we are like, oh yeah, it cracked this thing. And then we were like, oh, I don't know, that was weird. And we were just like, I don't know, didn't really think about the fact that it rained down into the plate. And just, we're like, oh, I don't see I don't know. I guess I just assumed it like went into the cabinet. And then we put it all over the rim, and I don't know. I mean, honestly, nothing happened, but it was just like, definitely there was a feeling of, because you know how I say I like to consume the salt. I like to make sure I get a little bit off the rim a little. And there were definitely some pieces that didn't crunch the same as others. You know what I mean? Like, no blood or anything. I mean, I don't know if that was going to be, if people thought that was going to be the climax, but it's just kind of funny to consume broken glass in the context of being slurped off the edge of a margarita rim.
I'm sure the next day you were like, oh shit, am I internally bleeding?
I don't even think it was the next day. No, I didn't even do that, actually. This was a long time ago.
Nice.
I used to never do that back then. I just thought, like, I'm invincible, it's fine. But I basically,
a little bit of glass never killed anybody.
yeah, I didn't really realize it until a few days later when I opened up the cabinet again for something else, and I closed it, and I felt like the little resistance of the light. The light was like kind of blocking it a little bit. The little plastic part where the bulb would have been, because I guess like the weight was like gradually bringing it down a little bit or whatever, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh wait, I just realized like that happened that other day right over this thing. That's definitely why that salt was so weirdly crunchy. There was definitely broken glass in there. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I probably didn't consume that much. Like,
Yeah. God.
it definitely wasn't that
Margaritas,
much.
man.
It was probably just a few little crystals.
I mean, you're doing okay to this day, so.
Yeah, I guess. Hopefully.
Couldn't have been that bad.
I'm fine.
This is the Pine Men